proceed from here. So there are a lot of fields. Okay, if you go field by field, it would be very difficult for you to digest because many fields even SAP doesn't know. So like why they created, because they came up with the requirement of a particular customer, so they identified this field, they made it available to the customer, but who is using, who is not using, it is up to the customer. Okay, so I'll only explain you what are the important fields, and that too whenever we will come across that particular business requirement. Okay, so as of now, which are very common, like gross weight, net weight, if you want to enter, you can enter it here. Okay, volume, if I'm saying the I'm buying one bottle, so I can say, okay, one bottle contains 500 ml of alcohol, right? If you still want to specify the size and dimensions, okay, so for example, if it is a box, so what is the size of that box? You can enter it here. So that kind of information you can enter in basic data one tab. So normally there are a lot of different tabs. You can see sales and all is also coming, but because in my selection, I have not selected this. So if I just press enter, it will only open where you can see this symbol, selected view. This classification I have not selected. That is the reason it is not showing this symbol, right? So if I press enter, it will only open those views which I have selected. It will not go to classification. But if I manually go and create a cursor here, then definitely the classification will be available. Okay, so purchasing tab, it will automatically copy the unit of measurement from the first one. Material group is also copied. Purchasing group. We discussed yesterday. What is a purchasing group? Purchasing group is a team or a person who is responsible for this purchase. So if you want to define here itself that this particular material is purchased by this particular purchasing group, by this particular purchasing team, that you can specify here itself. Okay, so if you do F4, system will show you a lot of purchase groups which are already available. If you want to create your own purchase groups, again, that can be done through configuration. So I'm just noting down what I need to show you. I need to show you how to create material groups, your own material groups. And I also need to show you how to create the purchasing groups. Okay. So purchasing groups you can specify here. Normally, I will go with 001. Okay, which is a group which is already pre-delivered by SAP. If you don't want to specify your purchasing group, you can go ahead with this one. Okay, if I press enter, it will take me to the plant data storage location. So you can see I'm extending this material for this storage location, which means if this is available, then only system will allow me to store this material in this storage location. Okay, again, there are some important fields, some non-important fields, again, totally depending upon the customer. What is the shelf life? How much time you can store this material? What is the expiration date? All these things are additional details that you can enter. Keep on pressing enter. Again, you can enter the gross weight, net weight. Normally, if you enter on the first screen, it will get copied automatically at the storage location level. And last one, if I press enter, it will take me to the accounting data. Now, accounting data is very important. Just understand one thing. Whenever you are purchasing any material, okay, if you create a purchase order, it will not have any accounting impact. I'll show you this entire cycle, procure to pay cycle, which with each and every entry, we will discuss that. But as of now, I'm just giving you the picture of both MM as well as SD. So let's say whenever you are creating a purchase order and you are receiving the material. Now, when you receive the material in your in your inventory management reports, I should be able to see how much stock is available, how much quantity is available. But from the FI point of view, I should be able to know what is the total value of the stock which is available, because that will come in my balance sheet, right? And that is the reason whenever you do any materials movement, whenever you purchase the material, sell the material, At every transaction, system will create one document. Okay. At the same time, it will also create the FI document for the values for the
So,
balance sheet.
Vikram,
Yeah.
this is the GRIR, is it? When we receive the goods, the stock is debited and the GR is credited. That's the
So
thing.
GR,
FI document
yes,
perspective.
yes. GR is one example. As I told you, every material movement, whenever you are purchasing, whenever you are selling, whenever you are delivering, even if you are doing the transfer from one plant to another plant, any
Ah,
kind of material, wherever the material is going out or coming in, it will generate two documents. One is the material management document, which will tell us what material has been moved, how much quantity has been moved. All the material level details will come in the document. Second will be the accounting document. Accounting document will tell us what, how much value of the stock has came in or went out, right? So at every material movement, system wants to generate the accounting document, and that accounting document will be only generated. Okay, it will be only generated if you maintain this accounting one view. If you don't maintain accounting one view, then system will not be able to understand what accounting entries I should pass, right? And that is the reason one of the very important field to determine the GL account is valuation class. This is one of the most important field that you need to maintain in your material master. Otherwise, your accounting will not work. Forget about accounting because it is an integrated software. So when you try to do any materials movement, because system is not able to determine the accounts, system will even not allow you to process the transaction. It will clearly tell you, you cannot buy this material or you cannot do the GR, you cannot issue this material because the system is not able to derive the GL account. Okay, so this is one of the important point which is considered as integration between and FI, which we need to understand in detail when we'll be talking about the end-to-end scenario. Okay, and it is both. It is not only it is SD also. Because in SD also, when you issue the material to the customer, when you perform the delivery, at that time, system will create one SD document for delivery. System will create one document for delivery. Okay, and system will also create a FI document for the accounting entries. So if you don't maintain this, even your SD delivery will not work because system is not able to determine the GL account. So this is one of the very important configuration, which is an integration between integration between SD with FI. Right? We have to discuss this in detail. As of now, I'm just providing the valuation class. Later on, I'll show you how this valuation class will determine the GL account. So I'm just going with the standard one, which is 3000, which are normally assigned to my raw material GLs. Raw material master. Okay. And once I'm done with all these steps, if I press enter, system will give me the warning message. Okay, just understand wherever you are getting this yellow message. Okay, if this color is yellow, we don't need to worry. We just need to, it is a warning message. Maybe you read it and you carefully understand it. Maybe sometimes you are doing something wrong. That is the reason system is informing you. But if you are 100% sure that yes, whatever I'm doing is correct, just press enter and this error will go away. Okay, if you are getting red message, then even if you press enter, the error will still remain and it will not allow you to save till the time you are not taking care of that error. Okay, because we are on the last tab, system is asking us that you have completed all the tabs that you have selected, whether you want to save whatever you have entered or no. I'll say yes. So what it will do is it will create a material master. You can see alcohol as a material has been created now. So if I go to display material and press enter, whatever information we have just now saved for our plant, which is RC01 and S001, it would be available for display. Okay, if you want to change, you can go to, so there are 3 different transactions, MM01 to create a material, MM02 to change the existing material. So if you want to change, earlier we said it would be measured in liters, but now I want to tell it will be measured in bottles. Okay, so if you want to change anything, or maybe if you want to change the description, you can change it and then you can click on save again. So whatever changes you have done, that will be changed. Next time when you go on display, you will be able to see the updated details. Okay, so MM03 for change, MM02 for change, and MM03 for display. Okay, any questions?
So when we create a purchase order for buying this material, we'll be using these material units only, right?
Yes, by default system will pick this material units and you have to specify the quantity.
Okay. And is there anywhere we can limit it? I think I remember is ME21 or something we do, right, for create purchase order. So
Yes,
can we limit the pricing, like say for or approval or something, we can set it up? Just
yes,
trying
yes,
to
yes. All
understand.
yes. All those
Workflow
things are there in ML.
is from standard, is it? Workflow settings all.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Now even in S4HANA, there are advanced settings for workflows.
Okay. So we can control that. Okay. Thanks.
Yes. Okay, so let's see these 2 things that we have written, where exactly these are configured from, material groups and purchasing groups. So for material groups, I'll go to SPRO, IMG, and this will be available under Logistics General. Again, Material Master, basic settings, and you should be able to see material group. Maybe here configuring the where do we set up the material group? Let me see. Normally we don't create much. This is one-time activity. Okay, if you are not able to find, there is another way to find it. Just to Control F and write material group. Okay, so there are a lot of settings. You can see define material groups in the material master. Okay, let's double click on this and it will take you to that activity. Okay, and you can see the path. So the path is, it is in Logistics General. Okay, it is taking you through product lifecycle management, but there are other ways also. So material master, settings for key fields. So I think even here also you'll be able to see. Okay, so let me remove the basic settings. You can see settings for key fields. Okay, and here you can see define material group. So within Logistics General, material master, settings for key fields, and define the material groups. Okay, this is where you will be able to create the material group. So 65 entries which you were able to see while creating the material master, they were coming from here. So if I create a new material type, let's say this is for maybe just fertilizers or maybe sanitizers, whatever you want. Okay, so this is my material group. If you want to provide additional description, you can provide it here.
What's that account group, Vikram? We can
No, it is
assign an
not
account
account group. It is authorization group.
Okay.
If you want to restrict a particular user that he will be only able to use this particular material group, that can be controlled. But this is mainly from basis activity. In basis, you create the authorization groups. Hello, can you hear me?
I think it's similar to that BP authorization group. Yeah, it's okay. And I know what
Yes,
that is.
yeah. Authorization group is a standard
Common
concept which
concept.
can be used. Yeah, it can be used anywhere